Hello everybody and welcome to our check-in. It's been quite some time actually, but I thought if you had me last year, I don't know if you remember, but in the back here, that was all like these huge, enormous trees. So we finally got it cleaned out, so that process is moving forward. I'm so excited. So hopefully by the time I'm done with all my videos, this will be good to go. So, if you are a current student, you probably have not really seen many of these videos. So, just a quick background, I try to make videos about just random things, movies, music, fun facts, little mini life lessons, whatever I can do to kind of, keep people motivated and going. But I felt really motivated to make a video today, and the reason being is for twofold. So I was driving to work this morning, and a song came on my iPod that I haven't heard really since last spring when I actually brought it up. It's that a former student had mentioned to me as a really good song. It's called Hold On by Alabama Shakes. And I was thinking about it, and it tied in really to kind of like what I've been thinking, about work, about just in general things going on, and a recent advisory that we did in class, and we had done last year, but this one was a little bit different. So we did an advisory on effort and success, which I have done in the past, but the difference is here is we did a Microsoft Forms where people had the opportunity to rank themselves as far as like how much effort they put into various aspects of their life, and as well as thinking about how much people notice that effort. And some of the things that really kind of stood out to me was that 10%, which I think is a lot actually, 10% of the students say they think that their parents don't notice their effort at all, or very little to none. And I know as a parent, there are definitely things that my kids do that I miss, right? I don't always catch all the stuff that you're doing. And I know if you're a student and you're watching this, to know that parents really do try to acknowledge your effort, but this is also to any parent that's watching. I'm not saying this is your particular kid who said this, but it's just something to keep in mind that, some of our children think that we don't notice what they're doing. But I also noticed that they said a decent amount of percentage that their friends don't notice their effort. So I just thought I would kind of talk about how, today we started our leadership advisory, and one of the things is how can you be a good leader in school, right? So if you know your friend is in need of that compliment or something like, hey, you did a really nice job, then I would suggest doing it, because the fact that there are so many kids out there who think that nobody is noticing their effort, including friends and family, that's kind of problematic, right? So we want to make sure that we're there for them and we acknowledge that effort, because, life isn't easy. And sometimes when you are going above and beyond, or you're doing certain things, you just want someone just to let you know, hey, good job, right? And that goes for you guys telling your parents, acknowledging their effort, right? Because if they're providing you with food and clothing and shelter and support, let them know, because sometimes they don't feel appreciated, right? So why am I saying all this? Because I want to just kind of give you just a little taste of what it's like being from the other side, right? For being from the teacher perspective. And as you know, our school is a kind of a hybrid model, right? So, some kids are in person, some kids are home, some kids are home all the time. And this doesn't matter if I even had you last year, because you're in the same environment. So in the afternoon sessions for my classes this year, I've been trying to run advisories, because advisory is very important to me. So a quick rundown on advisory. It's basically, we focus on social emotional skills and academic characteristics, things that will make you successful in life, right? So we did one on effort, right? We're doing one this week on leadership. We have another one planned already for next week. And it's really a highlight of my day. Like, I love coming home, getting ready for those afternoon classes for advisory, because it gives me the opportunity to connect with kids. So I'm not going to say which periods, but like some periods, they're not showing their faces at all. And it makes it very hard as a teacher to connect. And, just like we want people to acknowledge, like you guys are saying, you want people to acknowledge your effort. there's a different type of acknowledgement that I want you to consider, and that's acknowledging the existence of other people, right? So I realize that not everybody can show their camera sometimes. Either their camera's not working, or maybe there's things going on in your house and you're like, you can't see this, and I understand that. But anytime you can make an effort to participate, you know, raising your hand, talking, even if your camera is muted, because it's that engagement is what keeps teachers motivated, right? It's what keeps us feeling like we're trying, because we're trying really hard to reach everybody, and it's a hard job, right? So just like parenting is a hard job, being a kid's a hard job, being a teacher's a hard job. But the reason why I'm saying this is because these conversations can be very powerful conversations, because a lot of times kids feel that they're just not heard, right? People overlook them. They're like, this is an adult conversation, or not now, maybe later. And I'm not saying I don't do that even to my own kids, because I do, okay? I'm not saying I'm not guilty of these things. But the point I'm trying to make is we're trying to give you as many opportunities to be heard, because your input into the conversations that we have is what really makes the difference for any type of advisory, right? So what I'm asking, whether I have you this year or I had you last year and you're doing things in your classes, is just be engaged, okay? I know sometimes when you're in front of a computer for a long period of time, it's hard to stay engaged, okay? And I know sometimes, you know, you have a long day, you're just wiped out. But those conversations, like when kids speak up and say something really powerful, you have no idea the impact that you can have on other kids, right? Because your peers, or even me, kids have said things to me, I've changed my entire way of doing things, because I'm like, wow, I never really looked at it that way. So I'm looking for input from you guys, right? And I think it's hard in school sometimes, because, you know, you're in person, you're virtual, and you're going back and forth, and it's really hard for me to really hone in any depth as much as I normally would because of the time frame. So those afternoon classes are really important. So what I'm asking from former students and from current is just do your best just to be engaged, be in the moment, share your thoughts, because, you know, when we have to have this like all day long, this look, it's awkward, right? So when we are home or we're in school doing these afternoon classes, we have an opportunity to really have those great conversations and really take the time and go into depth. So I appreciate those classes very much. And I think the effort factor is we are putting in a tremendous amount of effort to ensure, obviously, that you guys are having a great lesson to the best of our ability. I'm not saying every lesson we do is great. Some might stink. I mean, you know, I'm a realist. But what we want from you is to feel like you're there, because from our perspective, I was thinking like the movie Frozen. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen Frozen, but where Anna is like walking around the building, the castle, and she starts talking to the paintings, and she was just like, hang in there, Joan. Like, I feel like that sometimes because I just see your icons. I mean, granted, your dog pictures are off the hook, super cute that you guys have. But that's another thing too. I love seeing your pets and things when we're in class, because it makes the learning real, especially when we're doing these advisories. So that being said, right, I know everything is a slow process. I know that, you know, it's not easy sometimes putting yourself out there, but I would say just do what you can, be engaged, and it will really make a difference, I promise, because I am looking forward to hearing from more of you. Now, I will probably make more videos down the line, but I just wanted to let you know that my personality, especially for new people who don't know me, is I care very much for the social emotional learning part, okay? Because I want to make you good people. I want to make you people with like good character. I want to make sure that you're people who believe in yourself, right? I want you to look in the mirror and be proud of what you see. I want you to be somebody that people are like, man, it's really cool that so-and-so did that. I want you to be upstanders. I want you to be people who never give up, who know that even though you're going to feel and experience obstacles, that you're just going to keep persevering. And that's what these videos are for, and that's what the advisories are for. So for my 7th grade friends who are hopefully working super hard, I miss you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. For my current 6th grade crew, okay, I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, so that by the end of the year, you know, we will all be buddies too. But just know your teachers care about you very much. Your family cares about you very much. You know, we are here if you need us. But my one request is if you can show your face, show your face. And if you can get more engaged into the learning process, it will make such a difference, and it will be greatly appreciated on my part and the other teachers' parts, okay? Because I think you guys have a lot of self-doubt sometimes, and you feel like you don't want to say something because you feel people might think that answer was ridiculous or whatever. But don't feel that way, because we all say things, sometimes that are a little not correct, but that's okay. All right, we're in this process together. So until our next check-in video, I hope everybody is well. This year has definitely been exhausting, but you know, you're the reason why your teachers do this, right? Because we love our job, we love teaching, we love educating, we love engaging you guys, and we love learning from you guys. So let's just make this year an amazing one. I'm just currently going to stare at my open area. So I know from people last, you don't get it. This was like a jungle, and now it's starting to look like a yard, which I'll be so happy. So, but everything takes time, just like this is going to take time. And then when I think about that song again, Holding On, you know, we're all holding on right now, okay? But the beauty is we're holding on together. So if you feel like things are tough and it's hard to hold on, well, then you reach out to one of us, because we will help you, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing day. And until my next check-in, how I end them all, peace out, people.